Hello, this is Matthew Robert Payne. This is a new chapter in my book. Um, the book is called 71 Helpful Writing Habits You Can Learn from Self-Publishing 91 Books. This is chapter 70, and the title of the chapter is Don't Pad Your Writing. I want to start this with sharing what I said on my chapter title document. It said, don't pad your writing, say what needs to be said, but not with too many words. Don't try to make an 80-page book into a 200-page book. It's important for you to understand as a writer, your book hasn't got more authority when it's a 200-page book. To write a successful novel, it's got to be at least 300 pages, 300 or 400 pages. But a non-fiction book can be anything from 20 pages, 30 pages. You simply have to say what needs to be said. One of the mistakes of writing is being too verbose, saying too many things. There was chapters from chapter 21 to chapter 40. I was a little long-winded in what was said, and I didn't edit them down too much, but that was recorded when I'd been up for 48 hours and I was in a state which was approaching mania, and you can be a bit talkative when you're in mania, but I did manage not to talk for too much in each chapter, and I wasn't trying to pad the writing out. It's important not to say too little. Try not to make your book too short. Don't be concerned with how many pages are in your book. Don't think that your book can't be over 100 pages or no one will read it. Take the opportunity to plan your book, write out your chapter titles, and say as much as you can say in each chapter, and let the length of the book look after itself. Once again, don't try and make an 80-page book into a 200-page book. Don't think that your book is going to have more authority and more people are going to pay attention to it if it's a 180-page book and not an 80-page book. There's many 80-page books that have got a powerful and profound message to them, and they impact people more than a 200-page book that's simply been padded with too many words. Most of my books are between 60 and 100 pages, and it's very rare for me to have a book as extensive as this and as long as this. And I only found out the length of this book when I sat down and typed out the chapter titles, and the chapter titles were pretty extensive. And I think I've worked out that the audio book for this book will be over 11 hours. So as I have been dictating this book and preparing this book, I've prepared it in such a way that I hope that it becomes a resource for people, that people will refer back to as they write their books, to remember what I said on each chapter. This is the first time that I wrote notes on my chapter titles, and the words that were expressed on the chapter titles were more than the chapter titles. And I'm even thinking of putting the notes in the chapter titles in an appendix in the book, so people can, for a short briefing on what this book says, can refer back to the page with the extended writing around the chapter titles and remind themselves of what was said in a brief summary. I hope that this chapter has encouraged you